time now to say hello to our first guest tonight, a husband and wife who enjoy each other's company so much they're presenting a new show together. It is Matt and Emma Willis. Now then.
This is really weird.
Isn't it?
I really like it. You're even colour coordinated, although not on purpose.
No, not on
By
purpose.
accident.
Yeah. We're going blue today.
Yeah, it's very
Absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
Now then, Love is Blind UK. Congratulations. Number
Thank you
one
very
show
much.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. It's absolutely addictive. People
really
can
is,
watch
isn't
the
it?
first 4 now, can't they?
Yes.
So if people haven't seen it, how would you sort of sum it up, Emma?
Well, it's bonkers. Let's just start that kind of. Let's just put it out there. It's not your ordinary dating show. So we have 30 singles, 15 men, 15 women, and they date in pods. So they never actually see each other. So they're in this love bubble of dating consistently for a couple of weeks, day and night. And then they only get to meet each other if they fall in love and propose.
Which is crazy.
See? Which is brilliant.
Which
Yeah.
is brilliant. And I say it's bonkers because you kind of hear the concept and you're like, that surely can't happen. But it can.
I mean, we watched it happen.
Yeah.
You know, you watch them fall in love. And you think 2 weeks isn't very long, but they're sometimes in these pods for 8 hours a day, chatting to each other, you know, getting really big conversations out. You know, so it's quite a long time.
And when you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
See?
And then
Even
obviously,
Jane Austen couldn't work that fast. 2 weeks is amazing. All right, let's take a look at those blind dates in the pods.
Buenos dias.
Buenos noches.
It's not nighttime yet.
Everyone's dating everyone. This is crazy.
This is a lot for the brain.
It is.
Yeah, we do it like that.
What's your favourite cake?
Do you know what, a Vicky sponge?
Stop it! No way!
It's not yours.
Yes, it is.
I can't speak to you with smelly breath.
I know this sounds mad, but I actually don't think I have a problem with morning breath.
Raw, you think you're crystal clean?
Yeah.
And you mentioned watching them fall in love. I mean, but the thing is, we heard that you didn't have to stay to watch the dates.
no.
But you wanted to.
Absolutely.
Because it was
I
just
mean,
addictive.
Emma, more than anybody I've ever seen ever. Like, she was so keen to get up to that
It's
gallery.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like old school Big Brother days for her.
Yeah,
There was
it
just
was.
screens everywhere with
It
dates
was a
going on.
wall like this wall filled with screens, and you can just we sat down, put some headphones on. We're like, yeah, we'll watch the first couple.
We had lunch
2
booked.
hours later. 2 hours later,
Yeah.
missed lunch,
Almost
just
missed a flight.
watching these people. And it, like you said earlier, it is addictive. Like, you just cannot stop once you start.
And the funny thing about this is it is such a kind of the opposite of all these modern dating apps now, where it's all about the surface, it's all about, you know, how people look, first impressions, that kind of thing. What have the reactions been when people eventually clap eyes on each other?
It's been interesting.
I mean, that's always a bit of a shock, you know. I think that's something we heard again and again and again, is that people that were on the show were just sick and tired of apps and kind of sick and tired of the dating scene. And so this was a brand new look. But when they first see each other, I mean, you can see the episodes are out now where they meet each other, and there's some surprise looks.
Yeah,
It must be strange as well, because we've spoken to a couple of them since then, haven't we? And we've kind of, we were like, you know, what is it like? Because obviously you meet someone for the first time and you see them, but you've spent 2 weeks building a picture in your head, and all you have is a voice. So that voice has an image probably, and then when you get to know each other, all the things that they tell you, start to create this image of what the person looks like. And then these doors open, and it's either going to be nothing like what you've imagined or maybe slightly.
Yeah.
So that must have a major impact on them.
Because they're
we
not
know-
allowed to mention what
Yeah.
they look like. They're not allowed to mention anything
No.
about physical appearance at all.
And, you know, we do know that sometimes a voice does not match the face. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we see...
As we said, it's a huge hit all around the world.
Yeah.
And there have been some mega success stories, haven't there? You know, people have gone on, not just on the programme, but long term.
Yeah, we've got long-term marriages from Love is Blind. I mean, it's on around the world. It's like it came from the US format. It's kind of like, it's gone everywhere. And we've got babies. We've got
Yeah.
Love is Blind babies around
Yeah.
the world. We've
got a
got
few
marriages that
babies.
You
last
could
a long
deliver
time.
them the next batch.
Absolutely.
This is a beautiful union.
Exactly. There we
Isn't
go.
it?
Come on,
Yeah.
Netflix.
The whole cycle
so there's
going
babies,
on.
there's marriages that have happened and they've stayed together years later, still together. So it's one of those things. Obviously, if the success rate could be like 100%, that would be brilliant. But that's not realistic.
And that's not good telly.
But no.
You need highs and lows.
But like the real dating world, right? You're not going to hit it off with everybody you meet. So it is fascinating to watch.
And you guys must have thought about, you know, from your point of view, being together 20 years, if you'd met in the pods, do you think you would have hit it off?
See, I'm an absolute yes to this. We've been asked this question a lot, right?
Yeah.
And the first time we got asked it, I was like, yeah, absolutely. And he was...
Well, I say things without thinking quite a lot, and so I would have let
that
myself
one of
down.
them?
That was one of them. Yeah. You know, so I think I would have just done something silly. You know,
No.
but who knows? Who knows? I would have fell for her.
Now, Matt, I have to ask, the last time you were on the show, you were talking about your incredible, powerful documentary, all about the pressures of going on tour with the band and addiction and things like that. You've been out on tour recently. How's it been going and what's the reaction been like?
It's been amazing. You know, we did a 20-year anniversary tour, and it was like the biggest tour we've done since 2004 or something. So it was a long tour, and it was great. You know, I've got a really good like setup there. I've got good people who support me. And the boys are great, and everyone's having a great time. Like, we're in a really good place with the band right now.
Brilliant.
It's really good.
Well, the first 4 episodes, you haven't seen it, watch it. They're available on Netflix now, and the next 5 will be out tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Still time now to introduce our next guest. He's been in loads of brilliant series like The Walking Dead and Sherwood. It's David Morrissey.
Welcome, David. Now, we're just talking about gardens, and you're quite green-fingered, apparently, and you've been to Chelsea as well?
Green finger's a bit exaggeration. I enjoy my garden, I really do. I love getting in there. I have been to Chelsea Flower Show twice, and the first time was with Gardener's World. And I had to walk from the hospitality to the set with Monty Don across.
Oh, my goodness.
It was like being with Elvis in Vegas, honestly. It was unbelievable. It was like all these women just screaming at him, and he was very cool. But what a lovely man. But yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
Oh, how fab.
He's like Elvis in London, isn't he? He's great.
With that nice scarf.
Yeah, exactly. He pulls it off. Well, you're starring in this brilliant new series alongside Amy Lou Wood. It's brilliant. We love it. It's called Daddy Issues. Before we chat about it, let's have a look.
Congratulations, Gemma. Is the father around? Pass. My life's a mess right now. This isn't something you should do on your own.
Dad, it's Gemma.
Glad you finally got to see the place.
Oh, what is that?
That's just where I've been crying.
Planning a birth is like planning a car crash.
Why can't you behave like a fully grown adult?
I'm going to be a granddad. These are happy tears.
They are not happy tears.
Thank you very much.
So go on then, tell us now then about your character, Malcolm.
So I played Gemma's dad, Malcolm, and she sort of finds herself, she's pregnant. She decides that she wants to have the baby, but her mum's left the country, her sister's in jail, and she wants someone she can sort of rely on, but she doesn't have that, so she has to find her dad, and that's me. And he's sort of a man-child, really. He's very sort of... It's that thing of when the child has to parent the parent. And he's just an innocent. It's like someone's taken away the manual of life from him. He just doesn't know. He's been infantilized. He was a drummer in a band, and sort of everything used to get done for him, and he doesn't know even how to...
Oh, Matt.
You know what I mean?
Significant eyes happening on the sofa.
So all that. But his was an unsuccessful band, I have to say. No, but so he's just lost, really. And the series is about her needing him, but actually slightly sort of wishing she didn't need him. And they need each other, they move in with each other. And it's about the sort of the trust and faith and love that they have for each other that grows in trying circumstances. But it's a big knockout comedy, really.
So funny, so lovely, so tender. And you and Amy playing father and daughter, you're just fantastic together. What was it like for you working with her?
It was just so wonderful. But a real nightmare we had was we made each other laugh all the time, you know. And there's nothing worse. I don't know about that thing of when you're on set and you're corpsing and laughing your socks off, and you look at the crew and they're all like... and that just makes you even more panic. You know, you feel like you're going to have a heart attack because they all want to go home at 7 o'clock. So it's that thing, if we started a scene at 6:30 in the evening, And it was a very funny scene. We were panicking in case the crew just hated us so much. But yeah, it was great. She's a wonderful actress, both comedically but also dramatically as well. And I just loved working with her. We really got on. But the whole team was great, really.
Yeah. And lots of, actors often say that there's a bit of them in every character they play. Now, please tell us, David, there's not any of you in Malcolm or vice versa.
There's one of my shirts. That's all I'm saying. There is one of my shirts there. But yeah, I think Malcolm he's that innocent thing. The thing as an actor is you can be treated as a child. People are always saying, can you be here now? Can you go here? Your schedule is done for you, those type of things. So you have to be careful that you don't fall into that. And Malcolm has definitely had his life sorted out for him far too much. He doesn't take responsibility for anything. And I'm not saying I connected with that, but I can sort of empathise with it a bit. Yeah.
Say no more.
Understood. And obviously, David, you're known and loved for serious dramas, but you do love doing these lighter roles too. Yeah. Why is that?
Well, it's just to make things differently. I've always tried to do different things in my career. I've done the comedy I've done in the past. I did Inside Number 9, which I loved with Reese and Steve, which was just fun, which I played a football referee, and I did a thing called Britannia, which was also quite out there but funny. And on stage, I did Hangmen, which was Martin McDonagh's play. So I enjoy the comedy, but it's just the roles you get given. I've got Sherwood 2 coming out soon as well, which is reprising that role. So I like to mix it up as much as possible. That's my thing.
So people love Sherwood. Mm-hmm. Anything you can, just entice us a bit with some info.
Well, the info I can give you is that, we're in the same territory, but life has moved on. But we've got a whole team of new actors: David Herwood, Robert Lindsay, Steve Delane, Monica Dolan are joining us. And, James Graham is one of our greatest writers, I think. He's certainly, he's done so much great work in the past. And he's adding this to this. It's the same sort of territory. It's about community. It's about the breakdown of community. It's about the pressures of us in a community to try and stay together and to stay collegiate, and sort of the forces that are at work against that, both on the streets but in government as well. So it's the melting pot inside that sort of those streets and houses, really. And I think the second season is wonderful. I'm so proud to be part of it.
We look forward to seeing it.
Can't wait for more Sherwood. And Daddy Issues is out on Thursday, 9 p.m. on BBC 3 and iPlayer. And if you haven't watched series 1 of Sherwood yet, then treat yourself. It's still available on iPlayer.
Right, let's do some messages. Ready, you two?
Uh-oh.
There's loads for you as well, David, by the way. Adele says, OMG, I'm so excited to see Emma and Matt do Love is Blind. I love them both. They're my fave celebrity couple.
Oh,
Charlie says, David's one of those actors who makes acting looks effortless, which shows how talented he is.
Thanks very much.
There you go, one each.
Absolutely.
That is all for tonight. Thank you so much to all of our guests.
Roman and Alex Scott will be back here tomorrow with Baroness Floella Benjamin and some of the stars of Celebrity Race Across the World, Scott Mills and his husband Sam and Jeff Brazier. Good night. Bye.